certifying badasses one podcast at a time. Teaching you to love Monday. Check your baggage at licensed-to-be-badass.com and hop on the bus to Badassville. Turn up your energy with Mustang Monday. Here once again in the driver's seat is Kelly Orchard.
All right, this is going to be a fun one.
I don't know if you know, but it's my birthday.
I think I heard.
See what those assholes did in my office?
We're already recording. Too bad we're not live. Oh my God, see what those assholes did.
You're all fired. Does anybody need a job at Michelle's place? You have lots of openings.
You know, you always surprise me. Because you're very reserved for the most part, but you've got this great sense of humor that always just like knocks me off my seat. It's like, oh my God, you're so funny.
I got that back when I was fairly new to the job, and I was very prim and proper. Mm-hmm. And and everyone thought I was a bitch. Mm-hmm. And I didn't know this before. Mm-hmm. I'm getting to that part of the story. But I was just really, it was very important to me, and I'd never been an executive director, and
you
took it a lot of seriously. I was very serious because I didn't know what I was doing, to be honest. And so, Inland Empire magazine came and interviewed me, and took all these pictures, and did the whole executive profile kind of thing. Mm-hmm. And I'll never forget, the writer says to me, "What do you do for fun?" Mm-hmm. And I go, "Well, I love camping. I have an ATV and I off-road." And I started talking about he's like, "Okay, this is what I want to know." Yeah. Like all the other stuff you can get on the website or whatever. He goes,
I don't know who you are.
Yeah, tell me something cool. Yeah. And fun.
Yeah.
And he put that at the very bottom of the article. Mm-hmm. I got more response. Mm-hmm. People were like, "Wow, you go camping? Like all I see is makeup and hair and prim and proper."
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm actually terrified when I go up there and speak. Mm-hmm. I'm super shy. Mm-hmm. So me being quiet and not outgoing was really just me being terrified. Yeah. But people thought I was kind of a bitch and,
it's the perception is really key.
Yeah.
I know, and hoity-toity, I love that. Well, I kind of read you when I first met you. It's like, oh, she's fun though.
Usually, then people know Rachel Mason, one of my best friends. Mm-hmm. They're like, "But you're Rachel's friend." That's who you really are. Because Rachel wears everything on her sleeve. Mm-hmm. She's completely out there and swears all the time and not afraid of any of that. Mm-hmm. And so then people go, "Oh, you're actually like that." Mm-hmm. So anyway.
Well, so we've had a couple minutes chat, and we haven't even introduced who I'm talking to, and she's wearing a crown and everything. Kelly Orchard, Badass Certifier on Mustang Monday, and this is Kim Gerrish of Michelle's Place. She's like clearly the executive director and the queen today. So
it might be my birthday.
It might be your birthday.
I don't know.
But that's all right, and this is going to be in perpetuity because your birthday will have passed when this thing actually plays, which is fine. I don't care.
Okay. It's a whole month long. I'm 50. Mm-hmm. I feel like I should get a couple days out of it.
Yeah. Well, 50 is badass. You should get at least 10 years out of it.
Thank you. I'm going to work on that.
At least till you're 60. Yeah. Then that's badass too.
Right.
Right. So what are we talking about? What's your badass tip?
I don't
know. I don't even know.
I don't know what my badass tip is.
Well, I think
it's around what we were just talking about.
Yeah.
Like be yourself.
Be yourself. Yeah. Well, that's the B in badass.
Right.
Badass is an acronym, and so the B in badass is, be bold, be brave, be confident. Mm-hmm. But how can you do that if you don't know how to be yourself? Right. And then if you don't know yourself. Right. And so that is the letter in badass is be yourself. So you get to be yourself.
I think it takes a while though. You know, like we were just talking about.
It takes at least 50 years.
Right. Mm-hmm. I mean, I just, it's only been the last probably, few years.
Well, I can say this. I relate to what you're talking about. My foray into the professional world was in radio. So I was already a radio personality who had like this bigger than life kind of, experience. Yeah. But in professional settings, I'd have to really watch my sassiness. Mm-hmm. It's like, because I'd walk into a room and it's like, oh, you're not a radio personality now. This is a board. Right. This is a committee. Right. You got to be quiet. Yeah. And so I've had to like do the opposite. I've had to like tone it down, and don't be the biggest personality in the room. Right. And then, and sometimes it gets to the point where I become almost the wallflower because I don't want to take away attention from other people because I know that I can just flip the light switch on and boom, I'm there. Yeah. See, I'm just the opposite. I feel very comfortable and very at home on the stage. Yeah. That's where I'm most comfortable. Right. Put me in a business setting and I'll be like, I'll network my way around,
Yeah.
but I better be careful because I might say something that pisses somebody off.
Right.
Because I'm just out there.
Yeah.
So I have to like put the filter on. Whereas you need to remove the filter.
Yeah.
But I am myself, but I've had to learn to like tone it down a little bit.
Yeah.
So
I get it.
yeah.
And I feel way more, I'm more comfortable now. Obviously I've been working for Michelle's Place almost 18 years. So I feel very comfortable doing that. Very comfortable talking about Michelle's Place. Obviously it's my favorite topic, besides my kids, and I have no problem being out there anymore. It's just, but it's taken time.
It takes time to develop those skill sets.
Yeah.
So one of the, I've been doing these Mustang Mondays for a while, and I've run into you a few times, like, we got to get you in the car. But one of the first ones I did was a very good one. It's like, it's Be Like Kim, and this is the Kim. It was Ashley Collins, because she worked for you several years ago.
Yeah.
She's now at one of the big hospitals, actually 2 of the big hospitals. Yeah. But one of the things that she wanted to talk about was the importance of mentoring and networking, and it was advice from you. And so we did this whole thing, and we tagged it like, Be Like Kim. And then I became a little bit too much like Kim, because you broke your ankle not too long ago.
I know.
And I sprained my ankle.
Don't be like that.
Don't be like that.
Not that part of
Not
Kim.
that dorky.
No, that's not. No, don't be the clumsy. Yeah, walks through doors and hooks her purse on the,
Oh, that is me.
Yes.
I am totally you.
I know. That's not the part you want to be.
Yeah.
It's dangerous, actually.
Yeah. But it's funny.
Yeah.
It's like if you take it with humor. Yeah. So
So
let's talk more about Michelle's Place. You said it's your favorite topic. Let's talk about what you're most comfortable with.
Yeah.
18 years. It's a 20-year anniversary this year.
It is.
So
in November.
In November. All right. So if you're 50 today, we can kind of figure out how old she was when she started. So you were a young mom.
I was. I had a 2-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
I had a 4-year-old and a 7-year-old when I started at Michelle's Place, and it was part-time because, well, to be honest, they couldn't afford to pay me full-time. So I worked full-time for part-time wages because it was such a huge job. Nobody had worked there.
Yeah.
And they had volunteers, but it was, when someone passes away, family, friends, they'll, jump in. What can we do? We want to help. And that's how Michelle's Place was started, which is blood, sweat, and tears of everyone around the Watson family and the Watson family themselves. But, that passion kind of starts waning after time a little bit, and people's lives kind of go on. And Bill and Marilyn, her parents, were working full-time. Most of the board was in Orange County because it was family. And the center was only open when volunteers came to the center, showed up. So it was, they needed some structure. They needed someone to be in there and, create a volunteer schedule, go out in the community, because you could never, back then you couldn't say Michelle's Place. Nobody knew what that was. Is it a women's shelter? Is it a resale clothing store?
Right.
So back then it was, when I introduced it was Michelle's Place Breast Cancer Resource Center. You had to say the whole thing.
Right.
And, so that's really my initial job, was just putting some structure in the center so that it could be open and go out there and talk to people. And then, oh, by the way, we don't have any money, so you're going to have to figure out how to do that too. So it was like on the job training, like hurry up.
What was your background? Where'd you come from before that?
Not that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
That's a big job.
And it wasn't a director's position. I was hired as a marketing person, and that's my background. So
okay.
I graduated San Diego State, journalism major with marketing minor, and I had worked for an advertising agency for 7 years in San Diego.
Okay.
Moved to Temecula. Had a kid or two, and I was working for the Temecula Valley Wine Growers Association doing marketing. I was working for a publishing company. So I had all these little jobs because I had little teen tinies. And so
you needed some freedom and flexibility.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Flexibility was key for me and my family.
Yes.
And so this job looked ideal. It's like 20 hours a week. No brainer for a women's breast cancer resource center.
Yeah.
Totally up my alley. So super excited to do it.
Yeah.
And then I got in there and it was like, okay, this is so much bigger than a marketing position.
Yeah.
But I fell in love. Like, if you meet the Watsons, you do fall in love with these people and all the family. And then you just saw the need. You saw the people come in and just motivated you to work harder and better. And so it took off because there was a need, really. I mean, I just am trying to steer the ship, and it's been a crazy, wild, windy road. But at the end of the day, we feel this all the time, and I feel that Michelle is just guiding us. I mean, it's not our decisions, it's not our master plan. It's really, I just throw it out there and say, what do you want us to do, Michelle? You got to throw some, something our way to tell me which path to take. Today is the 20-year anniversary of her passing, July 23rd. So, we think, I got a little bit emotional there for a second, but it's like, she was only 26. She had this teen tiny life.
Yeah.
and her legacy is
so big.
It's like thousands of people, and
it's bigger than life.
It's bigger than life, right? She's
Mm-hmm.
done so much more in her death, really, than she even did in her life,
Mm-hmm.
and the thousands of people she's impacted. So, I feel super grateful that I've been a part of the journey, and to know the family and where we've gone and what we've done, and you know, it's been a huge blessing. So as much as I joke about it and the blood, sweat, and tears and the, you know, hours and whatever else it took.
Well, yeah, the thing is, you joke about it, but you have to take it also in humor, because this is a very serious situation, you know, and, you know, but I also know it's like, you know, with me and my heart problems, we had to joke about things and lighten it up every once in a while.
You do.
You've got to.
Yeah, people say that all the time. They're like, oh God, your job must be so hard. It's so sad all the time.
No, not really.
Actually, it's not sad at all.
Yeah.
It's really not. There's sad times.
There's a lot of,
there are sad times.
but you're bringing joy.
Every time.
And
I
hope.
mean, people walk in that door and they are sad and they're broken and they're scared and a whole variety of emotions, just like your heart problem. It's like, I don't know what's going to happen. Yeah. And we don't know what's going to happen either. But 99.9% of the time when those people leave our center, they're smiling, they're happy. You know, it's the most amazing transformation.
Yeah.
It's so cool. And that's why my office is right inside the front doors of Michelle's place, because I've always been in the center, mostly because we never had a big enough office to be anywhere else. I had no choice.
Yeah.
But when I could choose, I don't want to be removed from the action. I want to see it. I want to be part of it. I want to know who our people are, the people we're helping. And we've come to such a place that I'm so far removed from direct service now that if I don't sit there and I don't get to be, you know, be there physically, I'll miss it, and I don't want to miss it.
So you've taken this place from you being the very first paid employee to how many paid employees now?
Yeah, we have 10. There's 10 of us now.
And how many volunteers?
165, 67.
Okay, and roughly, I don't know if you even know the numbers because I've never asked you, how many patients and families have you served over the years?
Oh my gosh. Well, right now we're averaging about 1,600 cancer patients a year.
A year?
Yeah.
Okay. So when you add that, I mean, do you think about that for 20 years? You're looking at 40,000 maybe?
Yeah, I would guess.
I'm not great at math. Math is not my strong suit.
Journalism major.
Same here.
I went to my college counselor. I'm like, I'll take anything that doesn't include math.
That's right, me too.
So we're good. So people are like, really, guys?
You guys do the math. You guys figure it out.
Do the math. Just figure it out.
Yeah.
A lot of people.
Yes.
Yeah.
A lot of people.
Yeah. So a lot of people, and you know that we serve all cancers. I mean, it's expanded.
And that's the expansion story. I mean, we did a little video about this. Obviously, my friends know we did a video when I announced that I'm at Michelle's place now, but that wasn't Mustang Monday. So the expansion project has been going on for a few years, and you have 10,000 square feet here. Yeah. And
huge.
Huge. Lots of offices.
People don't know what 10,000 square feet looks
Not until you have to walk down the hallway.
Yeah, until you go there. It's pretty cool.
It's such a long hike. And I have this because I'm a dancer. I love to dance. And every time I see those halls, I want to do leaps or chenets or turns. Just all the way down the hallway.
You can.
I probably will.
You totally can.
One day you guys will discover that. But you know, the problem is that I have been injured since I've been here.
Oh, right.
First, my ankle was just healing. And then I broke my toes. I say because I think it's a couple of them. My left side of my body has really been taken.
Lady.
So I can't
Slow
dance.
down.
I know, I can't dance or nothing. So, all right, now a little bit about Kim, because the whole.
That's my least favorite topic.
Well, okay, only a little bit, you know, because it's an ego thing. You don't want to talk about it. But, okay, so you have the 3 kids, so now they're grown.
Yeah.
So when you started Michelle's place, they were little ones.
I know.
Where does the time go?
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's crazy because it has been their entire life. I mean, my kids, we joke like community service hours. Oh, please.
Yes.
For days.
Yeah.
For days.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's really. I mean, it's been my life. It's really in my family's life. So yeah, my oldest is 25. She's engaged, just graduated college and getting her master's degree. And my middle is 21. She does healthcare marketing. Very happy. And then my littlest is not so little. She's 19. She lives in Mammoth and loves to snowboard and is going to college there.
What, college of what?
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Snowboarding school.
Yeah. She well, that's the deal, right? Like, you have to go to school. I don't care where you go.
Yeah.
And she's incredibly brilliant.
Yeah.
It's like, wait, there's a community college in Mammoth. I'm going to go there. Does that count? I'm like,
yeah.
I mean, I can't say no.
I know.
And her sister's like, not fair. We didn't know. We didn't get to do that. I'm like, well, yeah, kinda.
The youngest gets a little extra privileges. I know this from first experience.
Right.
We learn from our siblings' mistakes and find the best way to go.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. We also have a husband.
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's awesome.
You don't want to talk about him too much, though.
I know, I love him so much. He's a good guy. We've married 4 years. He's a merchant marine, so he's gone 70 days at a time and then home for 70 days. So when he's here, we are like, go. We're just press go and we're out. Yeah. We do a lot of super fun things. You have a really great life.
Good.
I really do.
Yeah.
The last 10 years have probably been the best years of my life outside having my kids. So I can't wait for the next 10. It's going to be badass.
It is.
Pretty much.
It is going to be very badass. All right. Well, okay, so, all right. So tip for others is volunteer. What is it? What's your tip for somebody?
For just generally speaking?
Generally. It's like the tips that you gave. You've had a lot of ability to give people counsel and advice and getting involved.
Yeah, I should have thought about this more before
well,
I got in the car.
It is kind of your birthday, and everyone's kind of
like
a lot
of things going on.
Like there's cake inside.
I mean, there's
Let them eat cake.
Right.
That's the
I don't like cake.
You don't?
Slim Jims.
Slim Jims.
Yeah, you should always have a Slim Jim in your purse.
Okay.
I do, by the way.
All right.
Yeah.
That's good.
And in my car. The little ones. Just a little snack. That's all.
Yes.
I feel like my tip really is just be honest, right?
Yeah.
With yourself.
Yeah, be yourself. Be honest.
Yeah. And just and it's okay to not know the answer. And it's okay to not know where you're going. And it's okay. And laugh at yourself. Yeah. Like, seriously. Yeah. That's the best part. Yeah. And surround yourself with badass people that raise you up. Don't worry about that little tiny 0.5% that doesn't like you, because who cares? Yeah. Not everybody likes everybody.
That's right. I think that's good enough.
Is that good enough?
I think that's great.
Good.
Kelly Orchard, Badass Certifier. Kim Gerrish, Badass Michelle's Place birthday girl. And here we are, reminding you now, read that with me, all right? To be bold.
Be bold.
Be brave.
Be brave.
Be confident.
Be confident.
Be badass.
Be badass.
If you enjoy these interviews, you can watch videos of Mustang Monday on Kelly's YouTube channel, too. Grab your Badass Habits ebook. Get started on your badass journey. Go to licensedtobebadass.com.